Yo guys, welcome to another episode of the Marseille Career Mode. Today we will be starting off the Ligue 1 and we've made some transfers in the last transfer window. We also signed a youth scout and I'm looking out for the debut of Okore and both Sanson against this is where I'm gonna struggle with these friends' name. SM Keen Chan Ken. Gonna go with Kane. That sounds most legitimate to me. But I'm just gonna show you who are what the first games ended into. LOSC Lille played against PSG and they actually drew. That's the only match that has been played so far actually. And we're gonna hope that our team puts up a great performance in this first match. I don't believe Kane is the the best team in the league, but I'm pretty sure they're also not too bad, and we should get a decent result here. But we're of course going to be playing our starting 11 against them just to get a good performance in the first match, because that could be very, very crucial for a team like us to get some points in the first match already. So the first match of the Ligue 1 is going to be in the Stade Velderome, and that's of course our home ground in a very, very imposing stadium. Would really like to go there once in my life. Like this stadium looks incredible. Even in FIFA it looks pretty neat, and to be fair, it looks like they didn't even try very, very hard with the graphics for this one, but from the outside it just looks amazing. But that's the stadium you're gonna be seeing a lot of times. It's an actual stadium as well, so that's a great thing, because they definitely do not have every single stadium that is in France. I think they do only have like 3 or 4 stadiums from the French league. So is there any players I can notice? Rodelain I know Ferret, I know the Silva, and that's everything I knew from that lineup, so definitely not the best. There are a few decent players in there, few players that are pretty okay rated. Gonna pass over to Remy Kabea, now Batshuayi into Nkudu. Nkudu has run past, Nkudu with the shot! And it got blocked by one of the defenders, so it will result into a corner. And we're gonna lay this one off, and I believe that's Sanson who's gonna try and score his first goal for the club. Let's see if he can do so, and it's not a bad attempt, but could definitely win back. Now Batshuayi is gonna take it wide, and I wanted to cut back in because the defender had him covered pretty well. Batshuayi is trying to dribble it in. He can't get that far, but the ball falls to Diarra. Now Mendy all the way up here, now passing over to Kabea, and his first shot on target, or the first save from a shot on target. And Kabea actually touched it as well. It's gonna play it into Batshuayi. On the left hand side there's a run being made by Nkudu. Nkudu, what can you do from this sort of an angle? Oh, we're just gonna take the shot. Like I had to shoot from that angle because there was no one in great space. We're gonna lay this one off again to Sanson. Sanson takes the finesse, and Diarra, take that. Oh, if that didn't get blocked, that would have been a goal. I'm so sure that would have been a goal. He cuts back, looking for a player to pass to. Mendy was making a decent run, but someone was covering it up very, very well. Diarra still got on it. Over to Alessandrini now. Now Kabea into Batshuayi. Batshuayi with a great touch. What a touch by Batshuayi to give himself the opportunity to shoot and score. That was almost a Ronaldo shot by Batshuayi. The finish was not too good, to be honest. I think that was a very, very bad finish actually. I wasn't expecting the keeper to not save that one. But Kabea turns into the middle, and Batshuayi with an amazing touch. Don't know where he put that there from. Like it looked like a Ronaldo chop, or however it's called, a heel chop, a lot. But he's a free-touch killer, and I definitely didn't try to even do a chop. But it's the first goal for our striker in the league. Michy Batshuayi scored in the 80th on the right hand side. He's gonna try and pass it into the middle probably. He does, but it gets cleared. It falls to one of their midfielders. But we intercept it, and it will be the end of the game. It's a 1-0 victory. The first 3 points into the bag, and it's a good start to the Ligue 1. Not the most outstanding of performances though, and I don't think the stats will be in our favor a lot. Like the shots are, but I would like to do better on possession and stuff, because I just found it annoying. The next match in the league is against Rams, Stade Rams, I believe it is. It's Stade Rams. And they lost their first match with a 3-0 loss, it looks like. And at the moment we are in the 10th position, but a lot of teams have already played 2 matches, so that's one of the reasons why we are there. So we're hoping for a victory once again, gets a total of 6 points and climb up the table once again. So this time we are not hosting the match in the league. It will be Stade Rem to host the match, and they don't have their official stadium in the game, which is a shame, but that's a problem with EA, their licensing and stuff. But let's just see if they've got a decent lineup. They of course are bottom, but I know their goalkeeper Agassa is a pretty decent goalkeeper. They're playing 5 at the back, which is something I don't really like to play against. We played it in that cup final against Torino, and I was having difficulties creating chances to create sitters, so to say, or clear-cut chances for us one-on-one on goal. Most of our chances in that game came from long shots or just shots from with a lot of players around us. We're not able to create chances through on goal. Great through balls. That's just something which doesn't happen a lot against a 5 at the back formation. But this is not as good as of a side as Torino, so maybe we are able to do it this time around. Oh, that's a great ball into the right hand side. And they have now gotten it into the box, but Jachem with the block. What are you passing it at? What are you doing? Honestly, sometimes this game is just a bit ridiculous. Just like that. Just like that. And the celebration is pretty great as well. Like, let's check, look, the corner comes in from a pass that wasn't meant to go wherever it went. Mandanda comes out for it, doesn't even get close to it. And I don't know who is on the line, but you could have definitely done better right there. Gonna pop it in, let's see if someone gets his head onto it. It's Nkulu. And of course, when we get a header off like that, it gets blocked. In. It's gonna play in Nkulu. Kabeya makes a run, but there's so many people at the back. Batshuayi, can you do something? Come on, Batshuayi, on your left foot. It's a decent attempt at goal, but that's never gonna go in if you try and take it like that. Sanson is gonna play it through into Michy Batshuayi. He's gonna try and cut in. He has done so successfully. Cuts back, gives it to Chacheche. Straight at the goalkeeper the shot goes, and where is a foul? I don't see a foul in there, but he runs away for some reason. Sanson. Like, some gap has to open into the middle for me to get an actual chance right here, but Batshuayi running through, and what a save by the goalkeeper. That was actually Dembele, not Batshuayi. Have subbed off Batshuayi. Corner in the 90th minute, and this is a last chance at goal. And the keeper's getting there first, of course. He always does. Now Mendy. Oh, if he can do that pass. Now Dembele. What a shit pass over to Dembele. How do you fuck that up? That was the easy part. Like, how do you fuck that up? How have we fucked up this game? Like, this is a ridiculous performance. We should have won that match clear cut. Diaby is back from injury. He will be now getting into the substitutes because Sanson is getting the first. Is getting the position in the starting 11. Like, he is so out of fitness though, so I'm gonna leave him on the reserves for now. The next match though is against Troje, and Troje at the moment is in the 7th position, doing pretty decent on 4 points of the 2 matches. And if we win this game, we can get towards 6 points, and then we could potentially go into the 4th position of the league. So this is the Troje lineup. Let's see, is there anyone that I notice? I I know Rincon, the centre back. I think I know Dabo. No, that's the wrong Dabo I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the one from Montpellier. Not too many noticeable players, but they've been playing good football apparently, so they might be a decent side. Over to Mendy. Cabella got it a bit luckily. He's gonna go for a shot, and it's an amazing shot, but the keeper makes the save. Diarra can, or Corey I think it was, can't get the header off. Now Sanson. This is Diarra. Placed it into Batshuayi. So space on the left hand side for Nakudu. Nakudu takes the finesse with his left foot, but it's just gone wide. Oh. Just looking for some options. Gonna play it into Diarra. I have to try that, yeah, that took me too long. But Batshuayi on the volley, and it's a great save by the goalkeeper once again. Somehow Batshuayi got the ball and took it in the volley first time. Now Nakulu, decent attempts from that angle. Now Michi Batshuayi. Let it go out for a corner, please. That works. If you want to pass it like that, that's a very bad attempt for a pass, and it's gonna be a corner. Age 38 years old for the captain. Wow. Cabella is going to take the corner into Okore, and Okore still gotten it. Okore on the volley, and Okore has gotten his debut goal for Olympique Marseille. Somehow the ball fell in front of him, and he took the shot with an... is it a volley actually? It's sort of a volley. Great shot though by Okore, something which I wasn't expecting to come off. Especially not from centre back. Great technique for a centre back on that shot. Very well done by Joyce Okore, making it 1-0 in our favour. The centre back came up for the corner. Diarra has won it. Turns back. Now passing it into Sanson. Over to Batshuayi. Can he get past? Oh, he can. Please. Why are you running in the way, Kodaya? What are you doing? What was Cabella doing right there? How did he get in the way of that shot? He was just staying in front of Michi Batshuayi the entire time. Cabella with the fake shot. Now gonna turn back in with Cabella. He's still on it, gives it to Alessandrini. He's gonna cut back into the direction of the goal, and it's a good save by the goalkeeper after the shot from Alessandrini's right foot. Like, there's some space for Sanson again. It happens so much from these corners. Let's just give it to him. Sanson on his left foot this time, and a great save by the goalkeeper. Now Isla is running past one player. He's got a lot of space. This is a great counter opportunity. Why is Batshuayi coming this close? This is like he's worked himself into a position I can't pass it to him. Inside, and it falls to Diarra after the tackle been made. Diarra turns out. I see Cabella, but I can't pass it from this angle. Isla though. Now Alessandrini, and it's a near post. It's finally 2-0. That's such a well-deserved goal. Like, I hate this team so much to play with right now. Like, I'm not enjoying this so far. At the moment, the positioning of our team is just ridiculously bad. All our midfielders are going forward. Like, you could see it from this replay. Could you see anyone outside of the box of our players? And by the way, it was Taven, not Alessandrini. Taven was subbed in for Alessandrini. But still, I'm just hating the way our midfielders are trying to help out. Because they're just not helping in the attack. They're good on the defense, but in the attack they're just atrocious. That's gonna be the end of the match. Finally, this is done. Like, I need to change something, and I'm gonna do it after this match immediately. At least we've gotten to win another 3 points, and now we could potentially go up into the top 6. It was, I believe, and that was, by the way, a great job by Remy Cabella. I've made some changes to the team. First of all, I've put Diarra a bit back onto the team and Samson a bit forward. So I want Diarra to stay back, and that's also one of the instructions I've given him. So on Sanson I've got forward. I'm actually gonna change that to balanced attack. And for DL I've put it into stay back while attacking, because Sanson is definitely gonna be the better attacker of the team. I've also changed the custom tactic, so I've now gotten the speed a bit lower, because there was like 60 or something speed, which is a bit high. Passing a bit higher, because that was really low somehow. For chance creation, they had crossing really high, and I don't want to cross, and shooting was very low, and I want to get a lot of shots up, because that's the only way you can actually score. And the amount of risk of pass and decision run support I've kind of put up a little bit towards the 55, but I think that's one of the things that made us go forward that much. These things were all very, very high, and with team width I don't want them to be very, very wide, because I just want them to make sure that the ball doesn't come into the box, and just make sure that we can clear it every single time. And question I kept a bit high, because I want them to press and win the ball. Pressure I kept medium, because I don't want them to run forward all the time, because that's what's happening all the time. But that's gonna do it for this episode. If you enjoyed, please drop a like and subscribe. I will see you in the next episode, and goodbye.